Hey guys, my name is Amina and I will be letting you know about the thoughts of the ENI course. And I would like to start off by saying the course is not what I expected it to be, which isn't a bad thing, it just wasn't what I expected. I thought it would be more about learning about startups and the different ones that are existing and maybe like visiting them and like interviewing them and things like that. I didn't think that we would be actually creating our own and going through the whole process. But in general, I did like the course, even though it was not what I expected it to be. And I particularly liked that we actually went through the whole entire process of, creating a startup, not for real, but creating a startup. And actually, there's a lot more through the process than one would think. And I thought it was really interesting about even like, for example, the the interviews that we did, and we actually got to learn about the different pains that are existing, and in particular, my group did Chef Spot, and at first I didn't even realize that was actually a pain. I knew that was a pain, but I wasn't aware of it as much as I was aware of it after the interviews, on how people don't have time to cook. And after like doing all the interviews, I even thought to myself, like, I really don't have time. I work and I go to school and I already come home late enough as it is, like 9 o'clock. I don't have time necessarily to cook meals. So I thought that going through that entire process was really good, and it was actually helpful to know the different pains that are out there that people are experiencing. What did I not like about the course? I personally did not like how the first few classes we had an assignment to do. It might have even been the first class. We had an assignment to do, and you had to go on the paper and write down like an idea or something like that. And my group was not aware that that idea that you had was actually going to be your startup idea for the rest of the semester. So it would have been good to know that, hey, the idea that you guys have now, you guys are going to go through with that through the rest of the semester. Not have to go through with it, because you could have changed it, but it's easier to just stick with one idea throughout the whole entire semester, so you don't lose all the work that you did on it. And it would have been nice to know, like, hey, this is what you guys are going to be locked into, kind of. With that being said, what would I have changed about the course? I would have changed, other than letting us know that that was the idea that we were locked into. But it also would have been, for example, when we went to the Damon John, the Shark Tank guy, when we went to his speech and we got to listen to him talk, for participation, I really like that we were able to go during the class period, because a lot of people who have other classes, or they don't live on campus and they work or have kids or something like that, it's hard to make time to go to the speeches and extracurriculars and extra credits that were outside of the class. So in particular, I liked how his speech was during class, and it would have been nice to have more of those. Or it would have been nice for, as a class, to go to a startup like on campus or something, or like Flatiron Building, and have like Professor Graybeal come and like give us a tour or something like that, like as a class. I think that would have been like really helpful to see what an actual startup is doing, what they're experiencing, and have like maybe interviews from them during class period. But overall, I did like the course.